Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Nature's Beauty. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. Today is going to be a little bit of a, we're going to go exploring today. Today is wifey's birthday, so I need to spend some time with my wife, and I figured I need to do kind of an easy episode today, so we're just going to go exploring, I think. If we look at our map, we've explored sort of to the southeast. I think this time we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to go northwest and see what we come across. Should be fun, but we'll go out and we'll explore nature a little bit. Maybe we'll find some useful things and all that kind of good stuff. But it's wifey's birthday, so I need to go spend some time with my wife. We're going to go out to this seafood place for supper that she's been really interested in going to since it opened. I think it only opened up a few months ago. She's really excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a good day, and you know, family is important and all that kind of stuff. So we'll head off and we'll explore, and maybe we'll try and, you know, find something useful along the way. Maybe we'll come across some new biomes or something that we haven't seen before. We still have a ways to go before we hit unexplored territory, but I think the Mesa... Oh, hi. There's a spider web right here. I think the Mesa is an area that we haven't actually seen yet, and it is starting to get dark, so we'll sleep as soon as it hits night. Like we've seen a Mesa, but I think this Mesa is much, much closer than the other one. So let's... Can I sleep yet? No. Please? It's getting dark. Please let me sleep. Anyway, let's just continue on our merry way. Okay, there we go. I see stars. All right, let's sleep. Lovely. Beautiful. Okay, coffee. Ah, nectar of the gods right there. Anyway, we should probably mark this, I think, on our map. So let's just go, add marker right here, type, resource, and Mesa. Done. Lovely. There we go. So now we have found ourselves a Mesa, and we can come over here and get red sand and all that kind of good stuff. Clay, you know, etc., etc. Cactus. We'll probably need cactus at some point throughout this series. I want to also address some things. So there's been some people in the comments, and I think... I think it's genuinely more of like a vocal minority sort of thing rather than the majority of people. But there's been some people who are fairly unhappy with Nature's Beauty so far and are saying that it's becoming like stale and boring and it's not interesting and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there's a couple things that I want to address about that. First and foremost, just a reminder, nobody is forcing anybody to watch any series on YouTube. So, like, if you don't enjoy Nature's Beauty, you're not going to hurt my feelings by not watching Nature's Beauty. Nobody's forcing you to watch it. So if you don't enjoy it, you don't have to watch it. But second of all, and more importantly, you have to realize that, A, this is a pretty vanilla series. I mean, yeah, there's some mods in it, but it's a vanilla plus pack. It's very, very, very close to vanilla. And we're fairly early in this series, and, you know, the thing with vanilla is it takes some time to kind of get everything up and running, to get all the resources going and all that kind of stuff. We haven't even been to the end yet, set up any mob farm or anything like that. Like, it takes some time to kind of get those things going. So this is kind of one of those series that's going to sort of start off a little bit slow, and then it'll kind of pick up as time goes on, and we get you know, farms up and running, and I get mending on my tools properly, and, you know, etc., etc., etc. So, just kind of, like, bear with me a little bit, and, you know, and the other thing, too, is that, you know, I am many things, but one of those, like, clickbaity YouTubers is not one of them, so... You'll know from looking at the thumbnails in my videos and from looking at the title of the videos when stuff happens, you know, for the most part. So if you're looking and you're not... I wonder why this random fence is missing. And you'll know if there's something going on that actually interests you. Ooh, there's actually spawners over here. We could maybe make... I mean, and these two spawners are close enough that we could trigger both of them. going to mark this right here. We'll say add marker. And let's do this. Let's do the little skull and say double spawner. Like that. And that way, maybe we can turn that into a mob farm at some point. That could be really good. That might solve our experience enchanting problem, because that's kind of the issue that I'm at right now, is that, like, I have a decent pickaxe, but that's about it. It does have mending on it, which helps tremendously. But I don't have silk touch yet. At least not a pickaxe. I do have silk touch on this axe, I think. And I don't really have a whole lot of levels, and the nether in this mod pack is actually pretty scary. So you have to be, it's not as simple as in like vanilla, where you just go and suddenly you've got, all this quartz and all these levels, and you go and you get what you need. And it's not quite like that in this mod pack. In this mod pack, the nether's actually pretty terrifying and challenging. And there's some good stuff in there, don't get me wrong. There's ores and additional mobs and extra biomes and stuff like that, but for the most part, the nether is not the place you go to get easy experience, which is generally what I do in a vanilla series, like in a true vanilla series, to kind of get my first handful of levels, as I just go into the nether and mine a bunch of quartz for a while, and then I'm good to go. But that's not an option here, so kind of one of those things where progress is a little bit slow to an extent, and part of that is just that I'm busy with other stuff outside of YouTube as well, so I don't have time to put 8 hours into a Nature's Beauty episode right now like I would like to. But yeah, it's a combination of a bunch of different things, and rest assured the series will kind of pick up as time goes. I'm also considering making some modifications to the mod pack, adding a couple kind of quality of life mods for the next update. So I've kind of got an update in the works as well. Some stuff like adding a sleeping bag, for example, so that you don't set your spawn if you are carrying a bed with you. Stuff like that. That would be little minor changes. I'm not going to be adding anything to this mod pack like thermal expansion or anything crazy like that, but just little kind of quality of life tweaks. Maybe if I can find a mod that allows me to pick up animals and transport them without adding a whole bunch of other unnecessary stuff, that would be great. But I need to see if anything exists like that. So, yeah. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm kind of working on in the background and, considering and tweaking and changing, and stuff that you don't really see in a video, So, and that's how it always is with YouTube. There's tons and tons of stuff that kind of goes on in the background behind the scenes that you never actually see in a video, whether that's real life stuff, like my wife's birthday, for example, conventions that I'm traveling to, things like that, plans that are being made, games that are being tested, which may never actually make it onto a channel, all sorts of stuff. I should also probably mention, for those of you that follow my second channel, Wells After Dark, which is my channel basically for games that either aren't family friendly, like the games themselves aren't. I'm really not one to swear in videos. I just don't see the purpose of it, and it kind of annoys. It just kind of takes me as fairly unprofessional. So over on the second channel, I'm not like a totally different person or anything like that. But some games that I enjoy playing would not fit on a channel that bills itself as family friendly. So that's where I play games like that, and it's also where I play games that might be considered family friendly, but just don't really fit on the main channel. They just don't make sense on the main channel. Stuff like Slay the Spire, for example. It's like a deck building roguelike. That was one I played for a while, and that actually I'm considering getting back to. But for those of you who follow that channel, there hasn't been an upload there for a while. There was a recent Windows update that basically completely messed up my recording software, and I haven't figured out how to fix it yet. I've been trying to fix it now for like a week. I may end up just having to use a different recording software, which I don't really want to do because I love DxTory because it's amazing and convenient and it does everything I want it to do. But if I have to use OBS, I will if it really comes down to it. I just really prefer to try and fix my issues with DxTory first. I blame Windows. Stupid Windows updates coming in, and they're like, "Oh, you have everything the way you want it. Let us." It would be a shame if somebody changed all of that for you. So that's what's going on over there. Technical difficulties, but that channel's not dead or anything like that. It's just on a little bit of a break until I figure out the issues that Windows has sent my way. But yeah, what can you do? This is actually a pretty cool ravine. Fairly good size as well. Maybe we could build something there someday. I don't know. I did a ravine kingdom once in my kingdom series, and I just didn't really turn out how I wanted it to. Like, it was okay. It was one of those kingdoms that kind of got started, and it got to an acceptable level of completion, but it never really got properly finished. It never got to the point of like my Roman themed kind of kingdom. It's kind of the crown jewel of that entire survival world. Can I still see? Yes. Okay. So we'll just travel off into the sunset here. Thank goodness for boats. And 1.13 is coming. I'm so excited. I'm so glad that we will have 1.13 coming. I'm just really hoping that 1.13 doesn't come out when I'm at too many games. Or when I'm about to go to too many games, because that would be unfortunate. I really don't relish the idea of trying to record and upload videos from a hotel room on hotel internet, but, you know, what can you do? Sometimes life throws those curveballs your way, and there's not really much you can do about it. Is this an island or a proper landmass? The map seems to think that it's basically just an island. I think it's, well, I don't know. It's a pretty good sized island if this is just an island. Kind of comes over this way. I see some palm trees and stuff. These are actually pretty nice little palm trees as well. Yeah, it looks like it's basically just an island. Let's land real quick. And we'll just sleep. Do. And sleep. Lovely. Okay, so that's taken care of. And this is marble, not chalk. Okay. I want to get chalk if we can come across it, because there's some pretty cool stuff in this mod pack that you can do with chalk. There's a whole mod in here. I believe it's rustic. It's either rustic or earthworks. Maybe it's earthworks. One of the mods in this pack requires chalk to kind of get access to a lot of this stuff. And there are ducks. Look at the ducks. They're so cute. Wait, are these ducks? Or are these something else? Pelicans. They're pelicans. Hello, pelicans. How are you? Let's take a picture. Okay, anyway. Just looking at this. This is also an island. We'll just keep going this way, I guess. Some very beautiful terrain around here. I see squid, I see pelicans. Oh, also, when I made, so Too Many Games, for those of you who didn't see the announcement I made maybe a week ago or so, something like that, there's a convention in Philadelphia that I'm going to called Too Many Games. It's kind of a general gaming convention. There's going to be a bunch of people there. There's going to be a Hermitcraft panel there. There's going to be, you know, a bunch of other non-Minecraft YouTubers there. Lots of indie games and developers and all sorts of stuff. I think last year they had like 10,000 people or something like that. And I will be there. Python will be there. Joe Hills will be there. We're having a panel. I forgot to mention, though, in that announcement, Wifey is also going to be there with me. So that's another thing. She's coming as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that'll actually be the first convention that the two of us will have gone to together. And actually, I think it'll only be my second convention, because conventions always seem to happen at times that don't really work for me. But I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. However, as I said before, I'm just really hoping that it doesn't happen. I'm really hoping that 1.13 either comes out well before that, like within the next week or so, or happens like after I get back. Because when 1.13 comes out, I'm going to have so much stuff that I want to do and play around with and all this other kind of stuff. I'm also going to have a lot of behind the scenes work to do as far as like updating my texture pack for kingdoms and like all these different things. So it would be great if we could have that happen when I'm not away at a convention for like 4 or 5 days. Get out of the boat, please. There we go. We should probably mark this. I think we've found a desert before, like a proper desert. But I'm going to mark this anyway, just in case. Let's say add marker, desert. Done. There we go. And then we can head off and explore in this general direction and see what we find. There's all sorts of good things. Like, exploring is such a fun thing to do. I know, I've heard from comments. I haven't actually come across one myself in the world, but I've heard from comments from people who are playing this mod pack themselves. There's actually a structure that gets added to the game. Ooh, hello, pyramid. We should go look at that. There's a structure that gets added to the game that has an Enderman spawner. So we could probably do, I mean, no like single spawner Enderman farm is going to beat a proper Ender built in the end and properly like optimized and all this other kind of stuff. Like, that's just not going to happen. But that could be a really good way for us to get kind of the ender pearls and stuff like that that we initially need. Tell you what, let's put the torches in our offhand. And let's just explore. There are cave spiders in here. Okay. Duly noted. We're fine. I just was not expecting that. This goes back out there, so switch these around. So he must have come from up here somewhere. Had to have, right? Maybe? He come from back here? I'm not seeing this spawner. I mean, cave spiders do not spawn naturally. Had to have come from somewhere. But I'm not seeing it. Oh. Oh, really? I sorted you. You should... Aha! I see. I see the cave spider spawner thing. There we go. I'm just gonna break it because I'm not gonna build a spider farm all the way out here. That's just a little silly. It's a little too far away. That's a dead end. What about over here? Nope, nothing. Okay. Looks like we can go this way. I see you. I see you, but I was not able to react quickly enough. Please just... okay, spider, for real. You're being a serious nuisance at the moment. Oh, my health is actually, like, super low right now. Let's eat. Well, we still can. There we go. Give me that sweet health regen. Okay. And we have chests. Okay, what do we got? Gold, iron, cobwebs, poetry. That is not what I would consider necessarily worth it for all of that. Let's do this. Maybe we'll peek over. Oh, I didn't mean to break that torch. Here we go. Peek over here. What did I... oh, that's just a hole in the ground. Okay. And that's a way... okay. There was a staircase somewhere, right? Yeah, right here. Let's pop up here. That's obsidian. Ooh, what's up here? Let's see if we can find out. I mean, what is that obsidian for? Where was it? It was over to the right. So if we pop, like, over here. Yeah, here we go. Now we've got obsidian. Okay, there are chests and stuff in here with more junk that isn't particularly useful. I don't need the leather armor. Yeah, lots of junk. Okay, but what was the obsidian for? I also saw that zombie. There you are. Be dead, please. Okay, so this was the obsidian. Whoa! Baby zombie. Hi. Caught me by surprise there. There we go. So maybe it's this then. Maybe it's just the ceiling. Oh, there's a pre-made portal, essentially. And a whole lot of zombies. A whole lot of zombies. Holy cow. Where are they all coming from? Is there a spawner down here somewhere? I mean, we're going to be okay. They're just regular zombies. Please just die. Like all of you. Thank you. Where did they come from? Let's just throw a torch down right there for a minute. This doesn't appear to actually do anything. It's just a portal. Well, that's kind of disappointing. I was sort of hoping for a bit more. And it looks like this is just doesn't really do anything either. What if we pop around over here? Dead end. I'm gonna run out of torches pretty quick. Well, I guess there's not much in this pyramid. I'm not seeing anything of real interest. There's our way out, though. That's a little disappointing. Some of these structures, maybe, you know, if I had to, like, redo all of this, if I had to remake this whole mod pack, and actually, you know what? While I'm here, let's grab some of this cactus as well. That way, if I want to start a cactus farm, I don't have to come all the way out here just to get some cactus. Okay, anyway. You know, it's a little disappointing. I think if I had to redo this entire thing, and maybe this is something I'll do at some point, but probably not, just because of the amount of time required for it. But if I had to redo this whole thing, I probably would add custom loot tables to a lot of the different structures and things like that, so that when you found chests, the chests actually always had good stuff. And when you found chests from exploring, or maybe not like always had good stuff, but generally had good stuff. You know, maybe that's a thing I would do. I don't know. I've never seen this structure before, though. What's this? There are ladders. Looks like it's not really anything. Okay. Well. Is there a chest up there? Nope. Looks like it's just like a beacon or something. Like a warning beacon pyre type thing. Also disappointing. We need to go this way. Ow. That's a cactus. These gears. Might want to remove these, honestly. They're kind of immersion breaking, but whatever. Oh, is that a desert village? Right there? It kind of looks like the ruins of a desert village. Like, doesn't this look like the churches from a desert village? But everything's all destroyed? Yeah, this was definitely something. It's like a ruined village. That's really cool. Huh. I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. Nifty. Let's grab a little bit of that. Okay. I think I've already got those, now that I think about it. We're looking for any other sorts of new resources that we haven't come across before. Is this spruce or dark oak over here? Or is it acacia? It might actually be acacia up on the hill. I don't think so. Let's just see. That is dark oak, and in large quantities. That is lovely. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Let's just mark here, dark oak. Done. We'll just mark that out. That way, you know, even if I don't end up using that specific source of dark oak, at least I know where there is some if I need to chop it down. And while I'm here, we might as well chop down a couple of these, right? Get a little bit of dark oak wood, since that's something that I will probably be using at least a little bit as we build our village. There we go. Yeah, maybe we get like a little bit over a stack, and then get some saplings as well. Although dark oak saplings, you generally don't get a huge rate of return. There we go. Let's get like one more dark oak sapling. Then we've got enough to grow 2 dark oak trees, and hopefully that will be enough for us to properly, like, get things going. There we go. We got enough for 3. That'll do for now. That'll be fine. Okay. Anyway, what else is out here? We head out this way. That's the desert again. Heading out in this general direction. I actually really like these, what are they? Acmea amicorum? I doubt I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I like them as flowers. I think they're nice and vibrant and pretty, which is generally what I'm looking for when it comes to flowers that I would actually use to decorate an area. Is that a new type of tree? It might be. Or it might be a type of tree that I've seen before. It's pretty big. What is this? Brazilian pine. Ah, I have seen that before. I've got a whole bunch of saplings for those. So I actually don't need to go and chop that down. What else is out here? Kind of like these blue flowers as well. Nice and simple. A little bit blue. I think this might be... No, Murray pine. I've seen that as well. There's a lot of different... Ooh. Oh, the little thingies. Can I break these? Yes. Nice. Those are kind of nice 2 tall flowers, I think. I should really keep my eyes open for Pam's Harvest Craft stuff as well. Hello, llamas. I should keep my eyes open for those, the various gardens from Pam's. Try and get some of the different types of seeds and plants and stuff like that. And that is a floating structure? Yeah, it's a floating thingy. I don't really have any way to pillar up there, though. And if I remember correctly, there's like one chest in there that doesn't actually have good loot. It's cool to look at, though. Found a couple important things, though, I guess. You know, some useful stuff. I suppose, you know what we could do? We're not really going to be building out this far. So why don't we chop down a spruce tree? Like so. Turn that into planks, and we'll use that to just kind of pillar our way up. Right about here, I think. Let's also take the torches out of our hand. There we go. There's a potion of healing and a feather falling 2 book. It's actually fairly useful. And then I thought, I mean, this is all quartz. Like, that's kind of, maybe this would be, if it was regular quartz, like if there were, actually, is it possible to convert this quartz back? Yeah, if I put it into a pulvis, it'll convert back into nether quartz. Okay, so this is a little bit more useful than I was thinking then, because what we could do is basically just level this entire thing. And then we would have a ton of quartz, which we can use to make redstone components and like all that other kind of stuff. Does this... I don't particularly want to like just dig straight down, but I'm trying to see if this is anything useful beyond just... I think that's that's just the dispenser. Okay, so not really anything too useful here. But still, this is a good source of quartz. So I'm going to mark this on the map right here. And we will say quartz blocks. Done. Because I don't know how much quartz is in here, but it's probably quite a bit. Anyway, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode, so I think I got to call this one here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.